Hey guys, welcome to Apex Acres. It's time for evening chores. Smile at me. Hi, Agnes. Whew. Okay, so we just had some excitement. For the past couple of days, we have decided to keep Sven in his area without his collar and chain on. He is quite the Houdini and is really, really good at getting out of his area no matter what kind of fencing we put up. But we want him to be able to be out and have access to sunlight, fresh air, grass, different things like that. So we keep him on a swivel pole so he has a nice big circle that he can roam and get around. Well, like I said the other day, I wanted to see how he would do without the swivel pole. He was pretty chill. So we took him off. Well, just as we were walking up and he saw that we had grain, he hopped the fence, of course. So then we have to wrestle him and get him kind of back into the fence. Now, we got him back in with grain, but I don't want him to think that to get grain, he'll get out and then he will be given grain. So, yeah, so I think we're gonna have to intensify our fence a little bit. Hi, Svenny. As you can see, even up here, we have a double layer of wire that comes out, so he has issue with the depth perception and the barbed wire. And we thought we were good. We thought he would be able to stay in. But our exterior wire, our outer fence, he has actually broken the fence and made a spot for himself to hop out. He uses this exterior fence, or this divider fence here, as a springboard to bounce off and go over the exterior fence. Charlie, we can leave him off a swivel chain because he's still pretty small yet. I mean, he barely comes up to my mid-thigh when I stand, and I'm not very tall. So we can leave him off a chain. He doesn't try to get out like Sven does. Charlie, you're so silly.
He had that on his head, and he was like, where am I? Kept on bumping into an electric fence. It's like, oh! He's like this, you monster. I'm gonna go get you more grain. I'm gonna go get you more grain.
We had to use up all the grain on Sven to get him back in the
And all the goats.
back into his area. So those of you thinking that you want to have a buck with your females, keep that in mind. A lot of times, especially Nigerians, bucks are Houdinis. They can get out and they can be wherever they want to get to. They don't care if you want them there or not. They're just going to go where they want to go. Now, like I said, Charlie, he's still small. He's less than a year old. He's not big enough yet to get out. If he doesn't figure out how to get out, that's a bonus. If he does, we may have to seriously look at reconfiguring our buck area, but it is necessary to keep our bucks separate. That way, our females don't get bred. Also, they can give lactating does, and they can give the milk a flavor. And a lot of people say it's like a bucky flavor. If you've ever smelled a male goat, you know what I'm talking about. The milk is supposed to take on that flavor. I've not experienced that, but you know, we want to take precautions. I also don't want them breeding any babies or any young females earlier than I want them bred. This helps me control when our goats get bred. Now, as far as babies and our bucks with babies, I have never had a problem with Sven being around babies. Actually, he's very good around the babies and is almost like a babysitter. The moms will go off and graze and the babies will stay with him and he'll just chill with them. They'll just lay in the sun and relax. But once they get a certain age, then he starts sniffing and wanting to breed them as well, but they're not old enough yet. So that's why we keep our bucks separate. If you have different ways of keeping your bucks separate or have any questions about breeding goats, please drop a comment below. Thank you so much for hanging out with Apex Acres today. And we hope you have a wonderful evening and we'll see you next time.